Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video, and I know this took so goddamn long, but you know it is what it is. Today we're going to be ranking teams based on how I think how good these teams are based on just by looking at the logo. Like you don't know what any of these teams are. You're just looking at the logo and predicting how good they might be. So, so it's kind of simple, right? I just gotta do some editing. First, at the top of the tier list, you have the teams that will, you have the teams that look elite, teams look like they want to kick your ass. Then you have the teams that looks really good. Then you have the teams that the logos are just decent. You know, they wouldn't be that good, but it's all right. Then you have the D tier, which means they're how would I describe this? Um, a little bit terrible for the last one. The logos are just like terrible, and the logos just look like they look like that's a free win for somebody. It just mixes around a little bit. All right, so we mixed up. All right, here we go. All right, and we'll go with the. We'll go with I don't know, elite, good, decent. Logos that just look. Well, I mean, they don't look. I'm trying to think because they don't look good and they don't look bad at the same time. It's alright. Yeah, let's go alright. Let's go. Let's go bad. The teams I think are a little bad, and then you have the teams that are just their logo just like shit. All right, so starting off, we got the Suns. If I take a look at this team and just look at the logo, I would think they're actually a good team, but I wouldn't say that they're really. I wouldn't say they're an elite team. I mean, come on, you got the Chinese store. The basketball looks good. The Chinese don't look good. If I saw this logo, I would be um, this team would really be good in my opinion. Their base, they're not elite, but they're very close. You know that they're definitely in a good tier, like surging towards the elite tier. Next up, we got the Bucks. This is pretty simple. Just look at this damn logo. You don't think this team's elite? Come on. Just if you face a logo like that, if I ever see a logo like that and I'm facing against that, that is basically telling me that we're about to get our asses whooped in 2 seconds. Next up, we got the Celtics. I'm gonna say decent. Just because I don't know what this man's doing here, and that Boston Celtics, round circle does not really look that good. But I will say, this team is definitely decent. I won't ever call the Celtics bad if I just saw this as their logo, and like if I was facing any type of this type of logo. But anyway, I don't really think this team is that bad. That dad when I see that logo. I wouldn't think they would be elite, but I would think that but I just think that they would just be decent. Any of these logos, remember guys, these are just predictions based off how I think they look as the logo. Like I don't know anything about the team. It's just the logo. Alright, next up we got the Knicks. Oh gosh. Uh yeah, I might have to throw him in the bad territory. I mean, come on, just look at it. It's the New York Knicks. It's just a basketball. I definitely guys won't call you terrible. You don't no longer does not look terrible, but I take a look at that team. I would think I would get it. I would get a win because the logo doesn't really have a lot of much to it. But I actually the Knicks are actually good right now. Like they're actually a good team. But just that logo, I think I would beat that logo. Next up, we got the Timberwolves. I'm actually gonna say this is a good logo. Like this will actually be a good team to face get facing is actually facing that logo. I mean, come on, you got the wolf. The wolf looks very good. You know, the green eye could scare a lot of people. Then you have this basketball that just goes with the Timberwolf, and then you have just the Timberwolves. So I actually kind of like that. I'll actually kind of be terrified of having to face against that logo. Next up, we got Miami. I'm gonna say good too because the basketball does look really good. You know, the Heat. I mean, the Fire Flames on the Heat is really good. They when I think of this logo, I think of a team that can shoot guns blazing from anywhere around the field. And if I'm facing against that, that team has to be good. All right, next up we got the Magic. I'm gonna say decent. I'm gonna say decent. I wouldn't think the Magic is a bad team if I had to face this. I mean, you do have the shooting stars. I mean, you do have the basketball, of course, and you still have that, whatever this is. But if you really look at the logo, I don't actually think this team is that bad. Moving on, we got Denver. Yeah, Denver's elite. I mean, just look like a elite team. Just look at the damn logo. You have that plus the big guys, mountains. Nah, nah. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. I don't know if I can ever face against a logo. Like I don't think I.
Buying a home? Rocket
I
Mortgage
don't.
will cover 1% of your rate
I
for the
don't actually
first
think I
year
can do
at
that.
no cost to you, saving you hundreds,
Next
even
up, we got
thousands with
Utah.
Inflation Buster. That's more road trips,
Actually, I'm gonna say
more
Atlanta.
spa
I'm
days,
gonna say Atlanta.
more of what you
I'm
love.
gonna say Atlanta.
Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase,
All
you
right.
get
All right.
exclusive
Next up, we
savings
got
when you
the
refinance
Jazz.
with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in
I'm
your
gonna say
pocket.
Utah.
Save when you buy
I'm
today
gonna say
and refinance
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
say
Don't
Utah.
miss these big savings. Visit
You know,
inflationbuster.com.
you know, it's just yeah, I don't know. It's just a Jazz. I think there's a logos that I think I would beat. I mean, come on, it's just a basketball, and then it's just a no. Come on, what do you? I mean, what do you expect? I definitely wouldn't like I said, I wouldn't call it terrible, but it's not the best team out there. Moving on, we got Atlanta. If I was facing this logo, I mean that eye does look kind of menacing. I would throw him in. I would throw him in a good category because. Oh yeah, why not? We'll throw him in a good category because just that eye just looks menacing. That eye just looks like you don't want to mess around with it. All right, next up we got New Orleans. Elite. I mean, come on. I'm not facing against I'm not facing against a team with a logo like a pelican like that. No. I can't. I can't face that. I mean, just look at the logo. That team. If you just look at this logo, this team looks pretty good. Next up, we got Charlotte. I know this team is asking real light, but if I look at the logo, I will actually think they're actually pretty good. I mean, come on, you have the Hornets. Hornets is really good. You have the Fire, the Bees Bud. Actually, with this logo by itself, I think this team's a good team. All right, next up we got the Cavs. I'm gonna say this team is just decent. You know, just by looking at the thing, it would be decent. Like this team would definitely wouldn't be bad, but it just wouldn't be that great. All right, next up we got the Clippers. I'm actually gonna throw this in terrible tier. Like, come on, this is the basketball with CLA. I mean, I don't really think that represents anything. Like they're actually a dangerous team in my opinion. In my opinion, I mean, you guys could have disagreed with me with this, and I wouldn't complain if you guys did. But just by looking at that logo, that team does not look good at all. All right, next up we got Detroit. Yeah. Are you kidding me? It's just a it's this is just a free win. Looking at this logo, it's just a free win. Come on, just a circle with red basketball on the inside. I guess it's saying Detroit Pistons. You would actually think that team is good if I looked at that logo? No. All right, next up we got the Lakers. I'm gonna say we're just okay. I don't know. It's in between okay and decent. I'm definitely not calling it good or elite, but I will call it between good or decent. I will say, man, I don't know. Yeah, let's throw it in decent category. I mean, come on, the basketball does look nice on the purple, and Los Angeles, well, actually, not in that. Yeah, no, I'll throw it in a decent category. I just don't know what, I just know what to do for the Lakers. Even the Lakers. I mean, the team doesn't look bad. I mean, they got the basketball with the purple lettering on it. And if you really look at their other logo, that logo does look kind of good. So I'll throw them in a decent category for that reason. Moving on, we got Houston. I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't say that this logo looks shit. I mean, I wouldn't say that. But at the same time, I'm thinking about putting them. Ah, my God, I'm thinking about putting them in okay at least. I mean, come on, the bucket does look good, and it was when it's Houston. When I think about this team, I'm thinking about them kind of like Miami, shooting like they're scoring on almost every level. But I just don't think they're as good as Miami. It looks like a weaker version of Miami's. Moving on, we have OKC. Yeah, that team looks shit. I mean, come on, it's just OKC with a basketball and basically a shield. Nah, that's not gonna your logo. Sorry, OKC, but your logo is not gonna interest me of me picking you guys. All right, next up we got Memphis. Can this be an obvious answer? I mean, come on, I'm not facing a logo that is a grizzly that has yellow eyes and fucking killing. It looks like it would kill your brain off. Moving on, we have Washington. I would say okay because they do have the star in the Washington's little building here. I mean, I can't complain. I would call it terrible if it didn't have that, but since it did, I actually think this team is actually pretty okay. I won't say they're decent, but I would say just by looking at this logo, I think this is a team that we would beat. All right, next up we got the Mavericks. I'm actually gonna say good for the Mavericks. You know, their Mavericks is logo is very detailed. I will say that by far. They're probably one of the most detailed logos out there. But I would definitely say that this team is probably pretty good. All right, next up we got the Sixers. Um, God, I don't know. When I think about this team, I'm thinking about a decent. I'm thinking about decent. I mean, Philadelphia, you guys look good, okay? You guys do look at these decent. I can't ever throw you an okay and terrible category. I just look at your logo. It looks like we're gonna have a fair battle all game. That just what it looks like. Philly, to me, you're kind of like the Lakers. Like you're just gonna have a fair battle all game until somebody gives up, and that's how you're gonna win the game. All right, next up we got Portland, and I'm gonna say okay. It's not that presentable. I, I mean, it's just stripes. It's just white stripes. I think we can beat that. Moving on, we got the Pacers. Basically the same story as Portland. It doesn't like I said, it doesn't look that presentable. It just doesn't look presentable as a logo. I think we can actually beat the Pacers. Next up, we got the Bulls. Okay, I'm not beating a team with the logo looking like that. Next up, we got the Warriors. I'm gonna say decent because the Warrior Bridge does look really good. So this team could at least look good, but the logo just looks decent. It just looks like a decent team. All right, next up we got Sacramento. I won't say terrible. I will say okay. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say okay though. I would say it's I would definitely say they're okay. I mean, it's not really that presentable, but it's at least better than these logos. Talking about better than these logos, we got the San Antonio Spurs. Yep, that looks like a free win. Every single time I see a logo, looks like a free win in my opinion. All right, next up we got the Nets. I'm gonna say okay too. Like I said, it's not really representable. It's just a Nets with the Brooklyn. Well, but the only reason we're gonna give it an okay instead of a terrible is because I do like the B basketball underneath the Nets does look kind of presentable, so I'll give them okay for that. All right, and last but not least, we got Toronto. I'm gonna say good actually. I actually do look like the style of this basketball. I mean, I do like this, like these little something here, something at the edge of the basketball. I actually do like that. I think it does represent the logo, and it would think it might face might be facing a good team. All right, and that's my NBA predictions. Just how I'll be thinking if I just looked at these logos. So now we can. Do we have time for NFL? Now, okay, I'll do that in another video. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.